Instagram, Martin Morris, toldtobethebroke.com, engineer with the most videos in the world. Subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. I remember back in 2001, I had finally passed my civil engineering exam. How many of you guys have taken 3, 4, or 5 years to pass an exam? Raise your hand. This was like in California, it's like the civil engineering exam. You know, once you get that, you can get management positions and they give you an extra raise. I remember I used to like, reason I'm telling you this, I started this back in 1995. I got laid off from my first job. Just before I laid off, I got all the papers together for that exam so you can apply for it. Then I spent the next 4 or 5 years taking a test, taking a test, taking a test. I was flying between San Francisco and LA to go into different classes. I remember going from San Francisco to Jack London Square to take classes. I was all over taking, like, who remembers Chapman College? Chapman College was a college in Orange County. It no longer exists. It went out of business during the 2008 crisis. So subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. BartMorrisShowToBeTheBroke.com. But what that taught me was sometimes you just, you don't, life does not care about how much time it takes to do something. That's just a myth. All you have to do is like be creative. And that's when I used to study it. I used to always try to relate things to, like, when I was outside doing engineering stuff, relate things to the exam. And then finally I passed the exam. What I wanted to teach you today is that you never know when you're going to get to your goal. You got to be persistent, man. You cannot legislate, and unfortunately you cannot legislate success is what I'm learning. So you don't need to compare yourself to people. When you're going for your exam, you're going for something, go for it, man. But that's when I tell people with these student loans, hey, take responsibility for the student loan and pay it off. Biden may or may not help you. Why don't you just do it yourself? That's why I develop programs. But I thought I'd tell you a little bit something. Hey, 5 years to pass an exam. Would you take that long to pass an exam?